Lots of men have problems approaching women. When we see a woman we want to approach, there are a couple of things that stop us, whether it be not knowing what to say, or generally not knowing what to expect when you make the approach. Or maybe we don't want other people seeing us approaching that woman. Or we don't want to get rejected. Or it could be as simple of a reason as, it seems unnatural to walk up to that girl in that particular time. In this video, I'm going to talk about what to expect when you approach a woman. And the first thing I want to say about it is that nothing bad is going to happen. Seriously, the worst thing that happens is that you get experience, which means you become better for the next approach. Most men are afraid to make mistakes, and because of that fear, they rarely approach. Later, of course, they will just beat themselves up because they were too timid to improve themselves. Then there are guys who are busy making mistakes and ultimately becoming a better man with women. Usually, the first thing that happens when you approach a woman with intent is an initial uncomfortable feeling for the both of you. That initial uncomfortableness can last from 15 seconds to a couple of minutes. And this first phase is a blessing in disguise. Look, women adore men who are good with tension and who can make them feel comfortable. Since a lot of men don't learn how to become better with women, they also never get good at approaching them. Since you do, you are separating yourself from the average man. Once you have been in this situation enough times, you will get so good at it that women will later ponder how they felt so comfortable with you in such short time. So that's the first thing that happens, the initial phase of uncomfortableness. Next comes the phase where you are getting to know each other. You talk back and forth and you let your curiosity for her guide your interaction. Now, a lot of guys are confused on how and when they should start flirting. Well, ideally, what you want to do is to feel your excitement and turn on for the woman. If you feel that turn on, then you will give off subtle, non-verbal clues that women pick up on. So you don't actually have to do any flirting. The flirt just kinda oozes through your body. It's implied. Although, as with anything, it takes practice and experience to develop that skill. Now, of course, the woman might go along with it, or she might not. Both are okay. The important thing is that you went out there and showed up as a man. You are training yourself to be comfortable around women and comfortable showing your attraction towards them. So that's the second phase on what to expect, the phase of getting to know each other. The third and final phase of the initial approach is exchanging contact information. Now, there are a couple of ways to do that. First, through your conversation, you discover a common interest, so you plan to get together and do that activity, and the exchange of information is taken for granted. Second, you clicked well and you would like to see her again, so you just say something like, "I would love to get together with you again. How can I reach you?" Third, you didn't click at all and you don't want her contact information. Of course, exchanging contact information doesn't have to be the last thing you do in the conversation. Quite often, it's more natural to do it in the middle of the conversation and then just continue talking. And as a quick tip for exchanging contact information, I would suggest two things. First, let the woman get comfortable with you before you propose exchanging contact info. Second, don't ask her contact. Instead, just tell her you would love to see her again. As San in the Alabaster Girl said, on page 106 to be exact, there seems to be little difference between saying, "Can I call you sometime?" and "I would love to call you sometime." Each at first glance is pretty much saying the same thing to her. In fact, she won't even notice the difference. But the effect on the interaction is huge, subtle but monumental, because you are not asking for anything. Instead, you are saying how you would like the world to be arranged. And she can't reject that. Sure, she can say that she won't give her number, and that is okay. But what she can't do is to reject your intent. I believe that one of the most important aspects of a man's success with women is his ability to show up as a man and to speak his intent. The great thing about it is that you don't have to be good at it, because just showing up and practicing saying your intent improves you. It doesn't really matter if a woman rejects you or not. You have shown up. You have done what a man is supposed to do. You can be proud of yourself. And later, to improve yourself even further, you can ask yourself 2 questions. First, what was good about my approach? Second, how could I have made it even better? If you do that often, you will skyrocket your speed of improvement. Okay, to sum it all up. If you are unsure whether to approach a woman or not, remember, nothing bad is going to happen. At the very worst, you will improve yourself. During the approach, there is an initial phase of uncomfortableness, and that is a good thing. Mastering this phase will separate you from other men. Also, women adore men who can step into tension and make them feel comfortable. The next phase is where you get to know each other. Here, let your curiosity towards her guide your interaction. Ideally, you will want to feel your turn on for the woman. That way you can transmit the flirty vibe with just a normal conversation. In the final phase of the initial approach comes the exchange of contact information. For that, there are a couple of ways. You either find a common interest or you just let her know you want to see her again. However, don't propose it too soon. She needs to feel comfy with you. And also, don't ask for it. Just let her know you want to see her again. One of the most important aspects of a man's success with women is his ability to show up as a man and to speak his intent. Before I end this video, I want to say that not knowing what to expect comes from a lack of experience. If you want to increase your experience, I suggest you complete the training course I have created. There, you will lay a foundation to become a naturally attractive man. Also, it won't hurt me if you liked the video and subscribed. Actually, it would be fucking amazing. Anyway, good luck and I will talk to you later.